what's on the line right here is your shot at professional League of Legends in the summer split.
Down goes the Nexus, and Cloud9 Tempest take the series 2-1.
I feel really confident. To some of our team members, this is our last chance in professional gaming.
I'm really excited to play EG today.
EG will take down XDG, securing the 7th place spot.
I've been in this position more than once. I'll give it my best shot and I'm positive we can win. It's so important to us that we make it into the next split. We want a chance at Worlds, and we can't do that otherwise.
Complexity Black persevering through to be the victors of the 3rd place matchup.
This is kind of months and months of work, but to know the rest of my team has confidence in themselves is really nice to see.
I'm very confident in the growth that we've had so far.
Coast will be taking part in next week's summer promotion tournament.
I think, if anything, we kind of deserve where we are right now. We just have to prove that we're at least good enough to beat an LCS.
I'm pretty excited to play against Complexity Black, and I feel like it's going to be a couple good matches.
Welcome to Day 2 of the 2014 North American Summer Promotion Tournament. We're coming to you live from our studio here in Los Angeles, California. Hey everyone, I'm David Freak Turley, and with me, live as usual, Sam Kobe Hartman-Kensler.
Good morning, Freak.
Good morning. It is morning, actually. This is one of the first times we've actually gone before noon. Now, guys, there's 2 spots still up for grabs today in the North American LCS Summer Split, but we can now lock in LMQ.
Oh yeah, they had a commanding day on the Rift yesterday, beating XCG in a 3-0 sweep. The next test will be, how do they perform against the rest of the North American LCS teams? And you'll remember, just a year ago, Cloud9 won their way into the 2013 Summer Split, and they've been a top team ever since. But Evil Geniuses won their promotion series in a 3-0 sweep as well, and they ended their first split in 7th place. So the promotion performances don't always indicate the success of the team in the actual LCS.
You'll have to see them in a couple of months there. There's always some huge moments that you guys were tweeting about during that series yesterday. Let's take a look at your hashtag LCS big plays.
All right, so the first one comes from game number 3, and this is from @Treelock. He says that the double kill by Vasily on ManCloud and Zuna was beastly.
Then it's Xiaowei Xiao's first blood from game 1 @Nathan Stan, says that shockwave was so huge it almost hit me.
Our final highlight comes from game number 2, and it features Vasily and his happy feet dancing around 3 skill shots to escape with his life. @Connor Steinhardt says, LMQ's Vasily, North American Dodgeball Champion 2014.
Here are your LCS big plays. ManCloud taking some big damage. Vasily pops the culling. There's the Zhonya. Zuna forced away. ManCloud flashes. It's not going to be enough. Down goes the kill. The chase, and he gets Zuna. 2 for 0. Finding on a sheep. There comes the jump on in for Ackerman. Tidal Wave lands onto 4, though, and here comes Spray and Pray. LMQ can't easily dive back in. They've been forced backwards, but a shockwave onto 3. Here comes the push. The wish might not be enough. Zuna goes down for first blood.
And when XCG have been getting behind, they haven't really been making any plays, going for anything here. Vasily really dodging everything.
That was awesome.
That was awesome.
It was. And who needs cat-like reflexes when you've got rat-like reflexes? Share your favorite highlights throughout the day by tweeting us @LOL Esports and using the hashtag LCS Big Plays. Now, as we mentioned, one team is locked in, so let's take a look at how the North American LCS Summer Split is shaping up.
All right, so LMQ have qualified to join the LCS, giving Vasily his opportunity to face off against his friends Doublelift and I'm a Cutie Pie in competitive play.
But there are still 2 open spots that will be decided in our games today.
Up first, it's a best-of-5 series between 7th place Evil Geniuses and Cloud9 Tempest. And then we've got another best-of-5 with 6th place Coast facing off against Complexity Black.
As always, you can head over to lolesports.com and vote for the teams you think will win today. Just click on schedule and give a thumbs up to your choice.
Also there, you can read up on the All-Star event in Paris or head to vote.lolesports.com to shape the modes that the challenge teams will play. And speaking of All-Stars, the votes are in, and Ezreal has won the global vote for the champion that will be played by both teams, Fire and Ice, on the Earth Challenge.
He took over 500,000 of the 2.4 million votes cast worldwide. The Prodigal Explorer does have friends everywhere. So now let's send it over to Jat at the analyst desk for an in-depth preview of today's games.
Thanks, Freak. And I also want to welcome Austin Shin and Zachary Black, or COD's Link and Aframo as they are known, to the analyst desk for the entire day, actually, all these games. One thing I have to ask you guys, though, before we get into today's games, because we're still LCS here was the big news of Nien stepping down on CLG. Did that get you by surprise, I heard?
Yeah, actually, I was sleeping, and I woke up, and he moved out. And I was like, what the hell's going on? So
yeah,
it was really weird because he was super happy-go-lucky all the time, and I didn't really know that the community pressuring him bothered him that much. And I thought he was like, okay.
Yeah, it's so crazy. Link, do you have any thoughts on it as well here?
For like the entire day, his parents were over and we're like helping him like move out, I guess. Like I didn't realize it until like it was like in the afternoon when Kelby was like, "So Nien's leaving the team," and I was like, "What?"
Yeah.
and then I was just like, "What?" And then well, now we have to go find a new top laner. So it's kind of a we're back to our like.
Have you guys talked to Nien since, because it was so shocking to get maybe more clarity into exactly what happened outside of the interview that was posted publicly?
I think the interview said it all, and I think everyone on the team watched that because everyone was really confused.
Yeah. Where do you guys go from here? Just
now we have to go through the hassle of finding a new top laner, which is very tricky because there isn't that many players who are free agents, and you just have to look in the right spots right now.
Yeah. Well, crazy news, but we do have games today because there's an LCS spot on the line right here. First game up, Cloud9 Tempest versus Evil Geniuses. Do you have any just overall thoughts on the series going in, Link?
So Cloud9 Tempest is filled with all these like they're recognizable amateur players and they're all high elo solo queue. So they're definitely gonna put up a good fight versus EG. I feel like it's gonna be a really interesting battle, and you know, I have a lot of friends on Cloud9 Tempest too. So we'll see how it goes.
As far as Cloud9 Tempest goes, recognizable names. Do they have more player talent maybe than EG Aframo?
Individually, yes, but I think EG has the upper hand with the team play, and they've been in LCS longer and have played against the top three teams, so they have a better grasp on rotations and whatnot.
Rotations, the word of the
OG
year.
and TSM rotations.
Basically, everyone's rotating all over the map. I'm really interested in this matchup, specifically just in the mid lane with Bishu against Pobelther, because Bishu is a player who's maybe very popular but hasn't necessarily performed on the big stage. Link, do you have any thoughts on Bishu as a player against Pobelther?
I would give Pobelther the upper hand. I mean, I've played with both of them, and they're both like they're friends of mine. But to be honest, I think Pobelther is just a stronger player. And I just feel like Bishu's like only hero that he's always been good at was like Nidalee. But I really think that if EG is smart, they're just gonna ban it out, and then it'll really significantly hurt their strengths. But you know, maybe Cloud9 Tempest will prove me wrong, and they'll pull out some good new tricks.
Yeah, it'll really force Bishu to kind of adapt a little bit before he can make it in the LCS. But LMQ actually made it into the LCS yesterday. And the interesting thing about this is you're always kind of trying to guess where they're going to end up in the LCS. And that brings us to the Twitter question. I want to ask you guys, how high will LMQ finish in the NA LCS Summer Split, and why, if you just had to guess, Aframo?
Top 3, top 4.
All right, Link.
Top 3 or top 4.
Same answer from both of them. For you watching at home, send your answers to @LOL Esports. Use the hashtag LCS, and then tune in to see if we butcher your Twitter handle later in the show. Thanks for the analysis, guys. We'll be back many times throughout the show, but we've got to take a quick break. Don't go anywhere, because we'll be right back with our first series, Evil Geniuses versus Cloud9 Tempest. See you soon.